Every trader looks for tools that gives them a measurable advantage, right? Unusual whales, Cheddar Flow, Tradytics, and Quant Data. So we'll compare all of these on a learning curve, value, and feature overlap. By the end, you'll know exactly which one is the smartest investment for your trading strategy. And to figure that out, I didn't just take each of these platforms' words for it. Like, I went straight to the users themselves, the people who actually put their money on the line every day to use these platforms. I paid close attention to negative reviews too, because they often reveal pain points that you won't see in the marketing or really listed anywhere. With Unusual Whales, for example, I came across a review where a user said that the new design update was a disaster. Icons blending into the background, features are harder to find, and even some missing sentiment charts. He was upset enough to directly criticize the development team for the update. And honestly, yeah, I get that kind of thing. No one likes to feel like an update made things worse instead of better. But when I looked deeper into this, it became clear that this was more of a design hiccup than a deal breaker. Like, most users weren't even mentioning it, and Unusual Whales still sits at like a really impressive 4.8 out of 5 stars, so obviously it didn't affect this that much. That really doesn't happen if people can't even use the platform because of how bad an update was or something. In fact, many traders rave about how the team constantly improves features over time. One user even said that he's been on the platform for over 6 years and loves how it keeps evolving. Another beginner admitted options trading is tough, but said Unusual Whales made it simple enough to learn while still offering advanced data when needed. Now, Cheddar Flow has its own criticism. One trader complained that it felt expensive for what you're getting and mentioned difficulty contacting customer support, even saying he was charged before his trial ended. So yeah, that sounds annoying, right? But again, this appears to be more of a subscription timing issue that can occur across many SaaS products, and such issues are typically resolved by customer support. And looking at the bigger picture, Cheddarflow has a pretty decent 4.2 star rating overall. That's pretty good. And that doesn't line up with the idea of like constant billing issues. In fact, most users praise its clean interface and speed. One said it's become almost impossible to trade without it for them because of how clearly it shows market conditions. Another investor mentioned that he didn't even wait for the trial to end. He actually signed up early because the data was that useful. Now, when you compare those with the other side, Quant Data and Tradytics, concerns become more serious. I found a Quant Data review where a user said he signed up for the free trial but got billed early, and when he asked for a refund, the company pushed the blame on PayPal. No refund, no solution. He even called it fraudulent behavior, so that's something to note. And Tradytics didn't escape criticism either. I saw multiple comments with the same theme, issues with trials and charges similar to Quant Data. Sadly, they both don't exactly shine in the ratings department either. Compared to Unusual Whales and Cheddar Flow, the satisfaction levels are noticeably lower, a clear concern when evaluating trust, right? But you know what? Beyond the reviews, I actually wanted to see what these platforms really do. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the hype or necessarily about what other people say. It's really about whether the features help you make better trades and fit your style. And let me tell you, this is where I think Unusual Whales really separates itself. One of my favorite features on Unusual Whales is the Insider Trades Tracker. This shows when company insiders are buying or selling their own stock with clear, digestible data. You just click Flow Data, select Insider Trades, and instantly see insider activity. I can't tell you how many times this has helped me spot momentum before the wider market caught on. Then there's the Lit Flow feed, also called the Whale feed. This shows large equity trades on major exchanges, including after hours and pre-market activity. And we're talking trades with premiums north of $100,000. When you see that kind of money moving, it gives you signals that you can verify and act on. Unusual Whales also has the portfolio manager, so this is where it really goes from being a data feed to a true trading companion. You can link your brokerage accounts and get a snapshot of all of your positions in one place. And not only that, but their portfolios feature lets you track publicly disclosed trades by lawmakers, adding another perspective. And if you want to take it further than that, Unusual Whales introduced their Periscope SPX exposure tool. And this advanced tool basically shows intraday updates on actual market maker positioning. It doesn't rely on assumptions, it's actual data, and it helps you understand the mechanics behind price movements. Combine that with the market tide dashboard and ticker overview tabs, and you've got a comprehensive suite of trading insights. Cheddar Flow, on the other hand, takes a slightly different approach. One of its standout features is Cheddar AI, an assistant built right into the platform. You can ask it about options trading or even how to use specific features, and it guides you step by step. That's a significant benefit for traders who want quick clarity. Then you've got advanced order details, which breaks down your trades with deeper analytics. Their improved power alerts are another gem too, real-time intelligent alerts that help you act on flow data as it happens, and add in dark pool prints and watch list builders. It's all designed to get information into your hands instantly. And to be fair, compared to these two, platforms like Quant Data and Tradytics just don't strike the same balance. Yes, Quant Data offers institutional level feeds, and Tradytics leans heavily on AI and predictive analytics. But that's exactly the issue. The complexity can be overwhelming, and most retail traders need clear, usable insights rather than overly complex models. Now, Unusual Whales and Cheddar Flow are not perfect either, and I want to be upfront about that. Like with Unusual Whales, there's also like just the sheer amount of data that can feel overwhelming at first too. There's a learning curve. You need to spend some time setting up your watch lists and learning where everything is. But once you do, it becomes second nature. That initial time investment pays off. Cheddar Flow's pricing might feel a bit high if you're a casual trader, but if you're an actively trading options every day kind of person, like the speed and clarity of their data easily justifies the cost. It's not for everyone, but for the right trader, I think it's worth it. So yeah, Unusual Whales and Cheddar Flow have their limitations too, but neither faces the trust concerns reported with Quant Data or Tradytics, so that's the difference. And when it comes to what they cost, both Unusual Whales and Cheddar Flow are reasonably priced for what they deliver. Sure, Unusual Whales leads a bit more affordable actually, while Cheddar Flow positions itself as more premium. But either way, you're getting strong value compared to the cost of piecing all this data together, all these similar data feeds from multiple sources and trying to get it all in the same place to achieve even close to some of the same things. And Quant Data and Tradytics may also look competitive on paper, but I think when you factor in usability and trust, they don't hold up as well. If you're seriously comparing Unusual Whales versus Cheddar Flow versus Tradytics versus Quant Data, my advice is simple. Just check the links in the description for their most current pricing and promotions. We keep those updated so that you can get the best possible deal. And at the end of the day, if you're stuck between Unusual Whales and Cheddar Flow and Tradytics and Quant Data, two platforms do stand out the most. Unusual Whales gives you depth and community-driven insights with pricing that remains really accessible for most active traders. And Cheddar Flow delivers speed and simplicity for real-time trading. Check the links in the description for the latest offers and promotions to see which one best fits your trading style.